First Friday arts and cultural events aren't just happening in the Crossroads Arts District or in the historic 18th and Vine District. They're also happening in Midtown at 37th and Main on the next First Friday, April 7th. Here to tell us about an art exhibition that opens on April 7th is Terry Goddard with The Whole Person. Terry, thank you for having us today and talking to us a little bit about not just the exhibition, but about the organization.
Well, The Whole Person has been operating for 39 years. We opened our doors in 1978, and since that time we've been serving people with disabilities all over the greater Kansas City area. And we really exist to empower and advocate and allow people to live as independently as they're able. And so several years back, a time came, some of our consumers were here and they wanted to display their art. And so thus the invention of expressions, which this will be the 7th expressions that happened. And I came along about a year and a half ago, decided that it was a lot of work for one night. So the event itself has evolved a lot. It started out as a one-night art show where artists with disabilities could come and sell their art. And now it has evolved into, we have an opening, which will happen on April 7th, right next door to The Whole Person at Kansas City Young Audience's new facility. And we're really excited to be there and share and bring people to the Midtown neighborhood. And Main Core is also one of our sponsors, so we're very excited about that. But anyway, the event came about on that night on April 7th. We invite the public in. We go through an application process with our artists, and so they apply. This year we had over 35 artists, and we selected 11 that will actually that night show their work, as well as we have a silent auction, and we are having a wine toss and a lot of different entertainment. Some people with disabilities will be dancing, and we have music, and it's just all around a great night. From that point on, the art begins to travel around the city. And we're really excited this year that the Nelson Art Gallery is going to be hosting our exhibit at some point, not in the gallery itself, but in their training facility, which we're very excited about. It'll go to the Kansas City Public Library, Johnson County Public Libraries. So it gives the artists themselves a lot of exposure.
You're covering the metro area, and you also, from what I understand, provide the artists with an honorarium.
Yes. Every artist, once they get selected, they get an honorarium of $250, which comes from several of our funding sources of people that support us, like the NTDF grant, Francis Family, Arts KC. A lot of people really pulled together to help us get this event off the ground. So they get an honorarium, and they can use that for anything that they want. Some artists have a difficulty coming up with the funds to have their work framed, and so they have to have things ready and available to hang for us, and so that comes in handy for them in any number of ways, besides the fact that we're using their art for a whole year, so they're not able to sell it for the year, and that's part of their agreement.
And how has the art experience affected the people that work on the project or on the exhibition?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because I think it's very individual to each artist. Some of the artists come to us and they're very skilled and they're already developed in their professional development, and others are first-time artists, and so they're learning a lot. One of the things that we are adding this year that we're so excited about is adding, through the help of Artist Inc., we're providing professional development for each artist. So they're going to get 4 training classes, which is sort of an express version of what Artist KC takes on the road, and so they're going to really get to grow. They can be together as a class of artists, but they can learn and grow and get as much out of it as they need and want. So I think it's really empowering. Some of these people have never had the opportunity. You know, they do art as therapy, you know, but they might not get out and show it. So we want to give them the skills to know how to do an opening, to know how to market themselves, to know how to sell, to make themselves basically a business, if they so choose.
Well, this is a pretty substantial endeavor, but this is just one of your many programs that you have, so you probably need volunteers or throughout the year in addition to your staff. But how would people find out more about how to help or how to be involved with The Whole Person?
Well, we do have a lot of different events that people can get involved in. One of them is coming up April 27th, Planting Independence. We do yard work throughout the city for people with disabilities. That takes over 150 volunteers a day. So you can go to our website, there's a how you can help, and it lists all of the events that we have coming up throughout the year that we need volunteer help with.
And what's your website?
It's www.thewholeperson.org.
Well, thank you so much, Terry, for having us here at The Whole Person and for telling us more about your organization.
Oh, thank you. We're so excited. And we're really excited that the city's promoting us in this way. It's going to help elevate our event, I believe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/NTDF.